Good morning, this is Jeff from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 25th of February. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts, and I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at ctmcrypto.substack.com, published on YouTube after a delay of 3 days. All right, great. Let's have a look at ES, where we're still basically trading sideways. So we've not made any significant impact to the downside. We've not made any significant impact to the upside. So we're having another try at the upside at the moment. If that delivers, we could still see, obviously, this double bottom play out with a target basically at a retest of the February high, which I've got slightly over 7,000. On NQ, we are again testing the top of the current range. I am wondering if this might be a flag, but I think it's oversized to be a bear flag in this particular context. We've got a possible weak 6-minute sell signal brewing. RTY has been relatively a little weak, not as weak as NQ, but still. I'm still thinking we may well see a retest of this high, and on YM, really, I'm thinking this may well actually be a bull flag. I don't think I've got a really obvious support trend line here, and I'm right. But nonetheless, this looks very much like a flag. DAX still above the weekly pivot, looking for a retest of the high. ESTX has already retested the high and is basically at it at the moment. And Nikkei has gone back and retested the highs at the moment, looking a little overbought short term. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts. Okay, looking at, hang on. All right, looking at ES and SPX, we're back up and we are testing the daily middle band. This is important resistance. Basically, the story of the last week has been a failure to get back over the daily middle band on SPX. That's at 69.05, and basically we're testing that at the open today. Looking at the hourly chart, still got a weak RSI 14 buy signal fixed, and still thinking that might make targets. In terms of the pattern setup here, this is either a head and shoulders gearing up to break down, or it's a bull flag. So we're having another crack at the bull flag scenario here. We will see whether that delivers. In terms of the Qs, still significantly below the daily middle band. We haven't hit the daily middle band for almost 2 weeks, and it's been the last 3 or 4 weeks it's been below it. Basically, it's been below the daily middle band for the whole of February. Well, since the first day. So, are we going to get back above? We will see. But if we do, then that sets up a potential high retest. On the hourly chart, no current divergence. On the 15-minute chart, could this all be a double bottom? Yes. A little bit oversized, but not unduly so. Looking at Dire, again below the daily middle band, but this has only been below the daily middle band for 3 days. I am wondering about a flag forming here. We have broken down below this rising wedge support, but an obvious thing to do is form a topping pattern, and I'm not seeing a topping pattern currently. We could go a bit lower to a potential head and shoulder neckline, or alternatively, we could go back up and retest the high. On the hourly chart, no current divergence. On the 15-minute chart, we do have an RSI 14 buy signal that is fixed and hasn't made target yet. All right, let's have a look at IWM. And IWM, we've got on the daily chart another test of the daily middle band. I've got that at 262.90. We closed slightly above it yesterday. Again, we've got no obvious topping pattern here at all. So a retest of the high would be the obvious way to test one up, and we might be about to see that. Could this be a triangle forming? Yes, this could be a triangle forming, in which case that would be A, B, C, D. Sorry, no, would that be D? Not sure I've got a great count on this. If this is a bullish consolidation, next obvious step would be to break up and retest the high. We've not been making any significant tracks to the downside. In the absence of that, I'm leaning towards the upside. All right, DAX came back and tested the daily middle band again, and Nikkei has now made, obviously in the overnight rather than on here, a new retest of the high. I am wondering if we're going to see some more upside here about a possible trendline resistance, which I've got in about the 60,000 area at the moment. we shall see. All right, great. Let's have a look at DX. DX, we've still got this very nice looking rising wedge, and that still could be a bear flag and may well be a bear flag. In terms of your USD, this kind of looks like a flag forming here too. This would be the resistance trend line, or possibly just starting to break up from it. So we will see how that goes. But certainly, could this be a bull flag to match the possible bear flag on DX? Definitely. This could very much be a bull flag on GBP USD. USD JPY, not reading too much into this, but heading up at the moment. USD CAD, I'm wondering about an overall bear flag forming. Australian dollar, harder to say. NZ could well be a bull flag or bull triangle forming. If it's a flag, it would need a lower low below here, of course. All right, great. Let's have a look at ZB. ZB, we've broken up from what looks like a flag. I am wondering if we could form a larger flag here with an ABC. But otherwise, one way or the other, I'm expecting to see a retest of this high. On ZN, we've already seen that retest. So waiting to see what we see next, but there is definitely some scope for further upside on bonds, although the bigger picture is likely to remain bearish in my view. CL, we are still waiting to see what's going to happen on Iran. This is poised to rise considerably across the oils in the event that Iran, war with Iran starts. HO, possible double top here. Again, we're waiting. RBOB, we're waiting. All of them have nice little double tops, and all of them are waiting to see whether or not a conflict in Iran actually starts. Okay, in G, I was talking about the possibility we might see a rally here. We've got a potential little level bottom here. We've got a weak 6-minute price signal fixed. Waiting to see if this can break up over this resistance here in about the 3.155 area. GC, wondering about, again, ABC with a higher high here. 60-minute sell signal has reached possible near miss target. SI looks like a bear flag forming. Palladium looks like a bear flag forming. Platinum looks like a bear flag forming. HG, this looks like a triangle forming. I was a little skeptical about reaching this IHS target, but we're almost there. I've got that in the 6.01 area, pretty close to this obvious triangle resistance here. Now, if that triangle if we're actually going to, if this is a bearish triangle, we need to not get over this level here, which is this last hit of triangle resistance in about the 6.08 area. Looking at KC, possible little level bottom here, 60-minute buy signal fixed. SB, weak 6-minute sell signal fixed, and testing this resistance area here, which is the trend line is broken, but the area is not broken really. CC, still kicking around at 3,000, wondering about a very small double bottom here, and we've got a 6-minute buy signal fixed. CT is continuing higher. Lumber, getting pretty close to a retest of this low. At that point, the double bottom will have failed, and at the moment, I'm kind of assuming it will fail, and I'm thinking may well break down below 552 and resume the downtrend. On ZW, back testing the weekly pivot, 60-minute sell signal fixed and has made target. On corn, still looks like a bear flag forming. On soy, possible topping action short term. CL, we've got a nice looking rising channel here, which is still ongoing, although we haven't hit the channel support, which was the target, the obvious target, after we hit the channel resistance here. On live cattle, possible topping action here. On lean hogs, this is starting to look less like a bear flag. If it is a bear flag, it needs to turn down pretty soon. This could still be a B wave of an ABC down. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions. I think that's a wrap. Everyone take care, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, cheers.